No, 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 no. Maybe if I close it now, it can't happen. If I close the book and I stop reading, it won't happen. Hey besties, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name's Ryan. It is very nice to meet you. I have been slacking recently, to say the least. I've been slacking in terms of ideas, filming, following through with filming, choosing to keep the footage and edit it, and all that. So hopefully this actually makes it out and breaks my streak of just feeling about literally everything that I film. What exactly is this vlog video gonna be? That's a great question. I don't even want to pick something because I feel like if I don't do exactly what I'm saying I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just not edit it and we'll have another week of no video. And I can't do that. I don't want to do that. So this is just gonna be whatever it is. But my main focus just currently in life right now is to be reading. So yeah, this will probably be like part reading vlog. I don't even know. I literally don't even know. I don't even know. Hopefully whatever it is entertaining for all of us. So, but it is Sunday today, the 23rd. Might be the 23rd of March. I'm animal sitting, if you couldn't tell. If you watch like all my videos, you probably know my different backgrounds by now. But these are the dogs where one of them sits in a chair. So, but yeah, so I'm animal sitting just for a couple days. And yeah. So I have about probably like an hour until I should start feeding the dogs. So I think I'm going to, uh-oh, I've been spotted. Uh-oh, I've been spotted. Uh-oh, I've been spotted. Hi. Hi. Do not come up the stairs, Riley. Hi. Oh, hi, Ollie. Hi. Oh, there's Baxter too. Do you see him? Hi, babies. I'm gonna get situated on the couch with my Kindle and I'll tell you what I'm gonna start reading. Let me tell you what I'd like to be reading right now. Barnes & Noble, if you're listening to this, you better sponsor me just to make up for the inconvenience, actually. Your PR team needs to be listening. Tell me why I pre-ordered. Tell me why. That's the question, actually. Tell me why I pre-ordered. What was the point? What did I benefit from pre-ordering? Because so far, it's only been negative. I haven't gotten anything. I haven't even got what I paid for, let alone any benefit to paying for it before I even got it, right? So, as we know, Sunrise on the Reaping came out last week. Well, I don't know when you guys are seeing this. Last week, right? My book was supposed to come on Wednesday, okay? Supposed to come on Wednesday. Newsflash, today's Sunday. Still don't have it. That's the problem in itself, is that I still don't have it. First it was coming Wednesday. Also, mind you, Ellie, bestie Ellie, also ordered this book. She has hers, but she also didn't get it till Friday. Why didn't we get them on the same day though? We don't live very far away from each other. Why would they not be? I order it. Okay, it says it's coming on Wednesday. Doesn't come Wednesday. Now it says Thursday. Not coming on Thursday. Now it says Friday. Not coming on Friday. Jumps from Friday to Monday. Is it gonna come tomorrow? I don't believe it. I don't think I'm ever gonna see it, honestly. And I've seen it 3 different times now in store. And you know how hard it was to not just buy it and return the Barnes & Noble one? Ellie's was supposed to come on Wednesday. Didn't. Then it jumped to Friday, I think. Or maybe it jumped right to Saturday. Anyways, I'm not sure. And then showed up on Friday after saying it was going to come on Saturday. Hello? What's wrong with you guys? What's wrong? So, yeah, I'm very disappointed because had it come on Wednesday, I would have been done with it by now. Because the second that that book is in my hands, I'm not stopping until I'm done with it. Like, I'm not stopping unless I have to. Barnes & Noble. I'm not happy. And I don't think I'm going to pre-order anything ever again, because what was the point? What's the point of pre-ordering it if I'm not even going to get it on the day it releases? So anyway, yeah, very disappointed in that. So I'm not reading that. But because that's all I want to read, every other book doesn't sound good to me right now because it's not Sunrise on the Reaping. So instead, I'm just not reading anything at all. Anything at all. Now, it's not only that fault. It's not only Barnes & Noble's fault, because before that I wasn't reading either. But now I'm just like, I just want to read it so badly, but I don't have it. So now I'm not reading anything else for that reason. My reason before that, I don't even know what that reason was. But this reason now is that one. I have my Kindle here because I'm animal sitting, and it's just easier to bring my Kindle so I can read different books and not have to bring them with me physically. What I need to be reading is 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. I think I'm gonna love this book. It's by Sally Thorne, and I love The Hating Game. The problem is that I've like started to read it twice, but like literally like 2 chapters in both times, and just reread the like, you know what I mean? And there's literally nothing wrong with it at all. But because I've done that twice, I think it's like hindering me from wanting to pick it up again, because I'm like, am I gonna need to read through the first 2 chapters again? So I think I'm gonna take a pause on 99% Mine, and I'm going to read, I don't even know which one it is. It's an Emily Henry book that I put a hold on Libby for like the ebook, and Beach Read. And I finally got to hold it. I have it, it's due in 20 days. So I'm going to read this, put it onto my, sorry, the screen changed. I am going to get it downloaded onto my Kindle so I can start reading that. Because I've already read an Emily Henry book, just like I have with Sally Thorne. And Ellie's reading Happy Place right now, and she's totally obsessed. So it's making me want to read an Emily Henry book too. And I think like maybe I'll have a better time getting into the vibe for that. You know? Does that make any sense? We're going to start reading Beach Read by Emily Henry. Beach Read is a book that I'm reading for one of the Buzzword Readathon prompts. At this point, I don't even know which one it is, but I know that I'm certainly very behind. So, Beach Read was for water words, I believe, and that is for February. Okay, so yeah, I'm still pretty behind on that. Yeah. Any whoosies. So now I have Beach Read ready to go on my Kindle. So I'm going to start reading that. And typical time to read 5 hours and 26 minutes. How about I just read it tonight? Comment down below if you think I can. I am back home from animal sitting. Sorry for, why is my camera about to die? What the heck? Okay, I'll try to keep this short and sweet. Sorry for not updating you last night, but I did read a good amount, and I'm really enjoying the story so far. It's making me remember when I read People We Meet on Vacation, and how much that story resonated with me. Like, not the whole part. I guess if you don't know the plot, I'm terrible at like saying things without spoiling it, so I'm not even gonna try. But if you know the plot of the story, then I guess maybe this will make more sense. So not like it was like the friendship aspect of it resonated with me in a couple ways. Not really in positive ways, but like in ways that made me feel seen. So that was really good. And so just starting this is making me remember reading that book. And I'm like, okay, Emily Henry, pop off. So I'm 16% of the way through. I'm on chapter 7, which is not super far, but my goal is to finish this today. I think I can do it. And good news, Sunrise on the Reaping says it's out for delivery. Of course, it's coming via UPS, and UPS doesn't deliver to my house until like 9 p.m. sometimes. So, not that it's UPS's fault. Very much Barnes & Noble's fault. But anyways, yeah, so, but my ankle has been bothering me. Not even my ankle, like my foot. I must have done something, and I just don't know what I did. But it's like, it's not like, there's no mark on it or anything, so I don't really know, but it's just like hurting when I like step on it a little bit. It's really weird. I have no idea why it's doing that. I want to say like I feel like I've felt this before, and I don't know what it was, but it went away. So I don't know. I must have done something stupid. I'm always bouncing around when I'm animal sitting, especially. So like maybe I did something and I just don't remember. I don't know. Anyways, it's bothering me, so I'm just gonna chill in bed. And I also sit funny. I know that sounds really weird, but like I put my feet in ways that probably are not comfortable long term. So I don't know if I just like bother. I don't even know what's going on. But anyways, I'm in my bed where I'm very comfortable. Don't mind the fact that I'm wearing the same zip up from yesterday. Don't talk about it. But yeah, I'm in bed. I have my big squishmallow here, like giant. Where's the eye? I'm trying to show you. Oh. There's like, this is Serene. This is her name. It was on her tag. I did not name her Serene. But she's like the perfect, like, sit and read. I sleep with her right here too. She's so comfortable. Like, I sleep so much better now that I have this. Like, she's just so comfortable because, like, it's really random. But you know how, like, your pillows they're not continuous, right? Like, they're two separate pillows. And I want to like be up on them, but then I can like feel the line in between. It stresses me out. She's just this big blob. No offense, Serene. So it's like there's no break. And so I just like, oh, so comfy. But anyways, a special friend of mine got me Serene. So shout out to him because she is just wonderful. And when it comes to sleeping, reading, I guess that's what I've discovered so far, but I just love having her anyway. I'm gonna read. I'm not gonna prop up my camera right now and show you because it's about to die. I should probably go plug it in, but I'm not getting up, so. I think I just scared the crap out of my neighbors, but I don't even care. I literally don't even care. I'm okay. I was in the bathroom. I just ate some grapes and they like got stuck in my teeth, so I was flossing. And I was like, okay, it's 6:30, like coming up on 7, my book's supposed to be delivered. And I'm about to leave to go get frozen yogurt with Karina. Who are those people, actually? I don't know. Anyways, maybe they're not. They must be my neighbors. I don't know who that guy is, though. Anyways, so I go to click on the email to check for tracking. Mind you, I've been sitting here for a while. And while I was sitting here, like, I've checked since then and it hadn't been delivered yet. UPS had not come by. So I was like, I'm sure it's not here yet because I've been sitting here and no one's come up to my door. But I've gotten up for like a brief second. Anyways, I check the email and it says delivered. I literally go, like, I freak out and I run out to my front door. And mind you, I'm playing music pretty loud in here. And I rip open the door and these people are like walking. They look at me and I've got like Sabrina Carpenter blasting in the background. And I open up my mailbox. Well, I look at the ground, there's nothing there. I open the mailbox. It's here! It's here! Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I'm mad that it's so late. Of course, still, they're not forgiven for that, but I'm just glad that it's here. Okay, I need to find somewhere to put you so we can do like a proper unboxing. Hold on. Okay. I can't wait to tell literally all my friends that it's here. Ellie's gonna be so excited. Karina's gonna be so excited. Thomas is gonna be excited because I'm gonna shut up about it. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. I'm so excited. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. It's here. Nobody talk to me. Nobody talk to me. I'm gonna read this. I have to finish my book tonight so I can start this tomorrow. Oh my goodness. so excited. I'm so excited. Can we take the sleeve off so I can actually read? Because I cannot read with the sleeve on. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. It's beautiful. Sorry, Corinne, I'm canceling plans because I have to read. Just kidding. But like, I cannot wait to tell everyone. Okay. Okay. That's my update for now. Holy crap. Barnes & Noble, you're still on my list. Still not pre-ordering from you again. Because what? But thank you for finally giving me the book that I paid for. Hey, besties.
Oh, hey.
Tell them where we're at.
We're at the yogurt shack. We got some frozen yogurt.
Yep.
Doesn't look very filling.
It was frozen when it came out of the thing.
Yeah.
Here's mine. But we're just catching up because it's been a little while. So.
It has.
Do you want to, this is kind of a reading vlog. Do you want to update them on your reading recently?
Oh, so I've been reading Reminders of Him. I've been reading it for a while, but
I saw your update.
I had stopped because I started reading How to End a Love Story. Ugh. Don't really recommend.
She rated that 13 stars out of 5.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Not. Anyways, so now I'm back into trying to finishing up Reminders of Him because I've been wanting to finish it. It's gotten so good.
Yeah?
So good, so juicy. I'm like, I think 50 pages left.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You're close.
I'm really close. I could have read last night, but I was just way too tired.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll read tonight. We'll see. But I really want to finish it. So that's where I'm at.
Nice. What about the book club book?
I haven't started it yet.
I still don't have it in my possession, so.
Yeah, at least I'm ahead of you.
Yeah. Oh.
At least I have it.
Okay. Well, yeah. So we're doing well over here with our reading.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
At least we're reading.
yeah. At least we're picking up the books.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah. Did you start the Hunger Games book?
Not yet. I'm gonna start tomorrow, I think. I started a new book yesterday. I'm gonna try to finish it today. So, sorry you guys are still there. I'm like not talking to you. I am about to get in bed and keep reading Beach Read on my Kindle by Emily Henry. And I'm not halfway through it yet. Some part of me, sorry if you can hear my ice maker in the background. Some part of me thinks I'm gonna finish this before I go to bed. I don't know who she is who thinks that. But like, I have to. Like, I want to finish it so badly because all I want to do is start Sunrise on the Reaping. But like, it's out of water. Chill. All I want to do is start this, but I don't want to leave Beach Read hanging, so I'm gonna wait. But I'd like to start it tomorrow. Sorry for the very in-between updates here. This video is definitely not going up on the day that it should, but I'm gonna stick with it and upload rather late than never, I guess. I fell asleep reading last night, literally slept all night with my glasses on. If you have glasses, you know the feeling, and you know that you don't like that feeling because then you panic in the morning because you're like, oh my god, what if I smash them? But I fell asleep in the middle of a chapter, so I'm in 42%. Still not done. Still not done. But my goal is still to finish it today. Yeah, but I'm gonna go. Karina's working right now at the coffee at the coffee shop, so I'm gonna go get a drink from her, probably get something to eat from her as well, and then come back and read. Literally sit down and read. So, got my hair slicked back, little pony. Let's go. I'm probably not gonna bring the camera, so just I'm gonna go. Sorry, guys. This is really good. This is really good. I'm on chapter 19. I am 56% of the way through. And I must say, I'm really enjoying the characters, the two main characters. January and Gus. I think they have really good backstories. And yeah, like it's like I really am enjoying like seeing, it sounds bad, but like seeing what's wrong with them. Not like that, but like, you know, it's nice when characters like have really thought out backstories and like complicated backstories. It makes them feel more real, you know, because everyone has their issues. So just like seeing people like have these backstories, but also it not being like, not trying to compare people's traumas, but like obviously there's some things that you think of that you're like, I have issues in my life, but like this could be way worse. So it's like kind of just like seeing people with like, I don't even want to call it typical trauma because that's not what it is, but just like things that just happen that don't feel so out there to where you can't connect at all, but not to where they're just like, oh, these perfect lives and they're just doing these things and everything's working out for them. Like it's a good mixture of like, that's really bad, and then but like also just like things that everyone kind of goes through all put together, and they just feel very real. It doesn't feel unrealistic with who they are and like how they would come to be. And also the characters, like, I don't think this is a spoiler of any, no, this isn't a spoiler. The characters like knew each other already, like when they met this time, the second time. And so just like thinking about people that you meet in your life and maybe have some kind of, not even like kind of moment, but just like a connection or something, shared experience, and then like expecting to maybe never see them again and not think about them too much, and then to come back and like kind of build off that connection but also make an entirely new connection is kind of cool, just because that's how life goes. Like we connect with people at other stages in our life and it may not mean anything, or it could be good, it could be bad, and then you like they come back into your life for whatever reason, or like maybe they never really left, like it wasn't that kind of thing, but they end up back in your life and you act on it, you know. It's they become a reoccurring character for some reason, and kind of figuring out what that reason is. That's just like the vibe that I'm getting from this book, but I'm really enjoying it. And there's definitely some tension, but I like slow burn tension. I prefer that to the just like, you know. So I'm really enjoying it. Oh, I have a little bit of an like hour and a half kind of until I have to go to a snowmobile meeting, so I don't think I can finish this in an hour and a half, because I also don't think I'll read for an hour and a half straight. I'm sure I'll be on my phone, but I'm gonna try to read it. I'm gonna try to keep going. So ignore my hair. I showered and it's just air drying. It's 11:30 p.m. I need to go to sleep, but I finished Beach Read, so I had to tell you. I rated it 5 stars. I will try to remember to give you, I'll just tell you right now, like, I loved it. I guess that's all I need to say. I loved it. It felt very just like, I was just like a good, like, little love story. It was just good. It just felt so real. Like, the situations and everything, it just felt so real, and like the outcome just felt good. Like, I just feel good about it, you know? And I related a lot to the main character, January, and it's just always fun to read a book where you like really relate to to the character or any of the characters. And this book was full of good quotes. Like, I don't normally like highlight stuff on my Kindle because I hate when the Kindle's like, oh, 9,000 people highlighted this. I'm sure 4,000 of them highlighted it because they saw that 5,000 people highlighted it, so now they think it sounds good. And I'm not saying that against the people at all, but like, you're way more likely to read a quote and be like, oh, that's so beautiful, when you've seen that 9,000 people have highlighted it, and now you're like, oh my god, it must be good. I never highlight those quotes because I'm like, no, I just feel like I can't give in to that. I don't know if there's a way to turn that off, but it's just like, I don't need to know that 9,000 people have highlighted this. So like, those quotes are good too, but just like other plain ones that just like pop, and I was just like, oh, that's hitting too close right now. Like, I love it. Anyways, it was really good. 5 stars, and it means we get to start the Hunger Games tomorrow. Well, not the Hunger Games, but Sunrise on the Reaping. You know how badly I want to stay up and start it right now, but I literally need to go to bed because I have to work. So like, I can't do that, but I want to. Anyways, that's my update. So, and also I read the book. I started on the 23rd and I finished on the 25th. Pretty proud of myself because that has not been my reading tendencies recently. So, anyways, that's my update for now. Time to go to bed. Besties, the time has come. It is time to start Sunrise on the Reaping. And why am I terrified actually? Why am I actually scared? Like, why am I actually scared right now? I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm just like nervous to read it because I just feel like it's gonna break me. I feel like it's gonna break me. I'm just like, I've been stumbling across like people talking about things that happened in this, and of course I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want it to be spoiled, so I've been like saving the TikToks and then really quickly scrolling because I want to know whatever their people are talking about after I've read it, you know? But I'm just like scared. But I'm currently on my lunch and plan. I should probably eat, but like, I don't think I can just sit and eat. I think I need to read. I think I need to start this. So taking the sleeve off because I cannot read with the sleeve on. I don't know. I used to think it was more weird of me to take my sleeve off, but now I think it's more normal. So let me know. Do you take off your sleeves when you're reading on a hardcover book? I've never left a sleeve on. I don't think. I almost didn't. I almost took the sleeve off just to bring it, but I didn't want it to get hurt in my bag. But all of my Hunger Games books that I own hardcovers of Trilogy and then Songbirds and Snakes. They're all used. They're all used, I think. Where did I get the first Hunger Games book? Because I read the first Hunger Games book. I read Ellie's book. I read Ellie's copy. Do I still have her copy? Did I not give it back to her? Do I not have the first one? Do I have Ellie's? Wait, did I not give it back to her? Is that her copy that I still have? It's been over a year. Wait, that can't be. I have no memory of buying it though. I bought the second and third books at a Goodwill. It's crazy. I was actually at... Oh, this is so crazy actually. I was at Goodwill with Campbell back in like... It was the first day of Vlogmas of 2023 and we're at Goodwill. And I was about to start animal sitting for Ellie and I told her I was going to read The Hunger Games while I was at her house because she had it. And I told Campbell that, and so we're at Goodwill and we saw the second and third book and he's like, oh my gosh, you should get them because they were like hardcovers. And I was like, well, what if I don't like it though? Like, what if I don't want the rest of the series? And he's like, I think you will, like, you should get it. So I got them, fell in love obviously, so that's how I own the second and third book. And then I think I bought Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes on Pango Books. Did I also go back and buy the first book? Or do I still have Ellie's and she's never said anything about it? Wait, that's crazy. I'm going to look at my Pango Books and see. Anyways, I was going to say, all of my Hunger Games books are like used copies. They're not, I don't think I bought the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm like scared to look now. I don't think I bought it new. We're gonna find out in just a second. Anyways, my point of this being, I don't mind if this gets a little beaten up because like the rest of them are used. So like, I don't need it to look perfect. I really don't care about my books looking perfect anyway. Like, I'm not gonna purposely like break their spine, but like I do bend them while I'm reading. But it's just like, I'm not gonna, if it's my book, I'm not too concerned. Obviously, if I was borrowing someone's book, that's way different. Anyway, so yeah. No, because I swear I gave it back to Ellie. But what if I didn't? Because I do think I took it with me because I didn't finish it. Did I still have her book and she never said anything to me? I'm gonna have to, okay, we're gonna find out. Anyways, my point being, I don't mind if this gets a little beaten up, but I didn't want it to immediately get beat up in my bag. Also, not me getting my face grease on it, okay? Let's see. No, okay, I did. I did buy my own copy. I was panicked for a second. I was like, did I never give that back to her? I did. I bought it on January 4th of 2024. I bought the Hunger Games, and then at the end of December, I bought the Ballad of Songbirds. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I did buy them both. Okay. I did return her book. Thank goodness. Anyways, that was way too long. Let's get started. Oh, 36 pages in, my jaw has dropped so many times. Just like with what's happening, and then just like the connections. Hearing names and being like, because like also, I imagine for people who read like, for one, the original Hunger Games books like a long time ago, when they came out, or even just like the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I don't even know when that book came out. I just know that I read it last year, but I've read everything pretty recent, you know what I mean? Like for the first time. So, and I'm still being like, wait, do I know that name? You know? So I can only imagine if you like read it a really long time ago. But I'm over here like reading things, and I'm like, wait. Let me tell you something. Anyways. Crazy. But the kids are going to be coming in about 10 minutes. So I'm probably not going to do any more reading because I need to pee and just like be ready for the kids. So probably won't read anymore right now, but it is nice. It's our early release, but I have plans with Karina afterwards, so I won't be reading then either. So maybe later tonight, we'll see. But anyways, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to have finally got to start it. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna break me. But it's so good. Gonna be so good. Hey besties, long time no update. My apologies on that. The last time I updated you was Wednesday when I was subbing for my mom, I believe. It's Friday and I'm at the high school, but school just ended. It's the weekend and I had no time to vlog at all today because my prep time got taken away. Love that for me. But luckily it was a really easy class, so I got lucky because sometimes you don't get lucky. Technically, I shouldn't be doing that anyways because that's not what I'm being paid to do, but since it happens more often than not, I'm just thankful that it was an easy class. They were literally practicing writing emails professionally. They were silent. Anyway, that being said, I did get to read a lot today. Just, I didn't get to vlog it because it wasn't during prep. There were kids in here, so I couldn't show you that, obviously, because that's not allowed and would be weird anyway. But I didn't read during first period because they were like doing their work and like talking quietly, but like just like a certain level of voices I can't focus. So that was just too much for me. Period 2, I read a lot. I usually don't read right away, and I'm just kind of like get a vibe, you know, and see if the vibe stays. And then once I'm kind of like sure that it's gonna stay, I read. And then period 3, I think I read during third period. Then fourth period I covered in the other class. I should have brought my book up there, but I didn't because I was just going to bring my binder and my water bottle. I didn't want it to be super obvious me bringing my book around. Not that anyone cares that I'm reading because they were so silent. So I ended up playing solitaire on the computer. They had an assembly this morning, so that kind of changed the schedule around for the day and also made the classes, I think, just like a tiny bit shorter, which was fine with me. But it was like a pep assembly, and those assemblies, the kids don't have to sit with their advisory, so they like came in and like we did attendance, but then they could go. They just had to sit with their grade level because they got to sit wherever. And I went to the bathroom because I knew my prep was being taken away, so I needed to go to the bathroom. When I had the chance, I went before the assembly, so when I got in there, I was just kind of looking around. I was like at the section because my advisor were seniors. I'm looking at the section, I'm just kind of like, and then I spot my old history teacher from high school, and I'm like, you know what? One of my old history teachers, I guess I had 3, but I spot him, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go create conversation, and maybe while doing that, I'll find like a place to sit. So I'm walking up the bleachers, and immediately he looks at me and he's like, like he recognized me and was like, you know, and I was like, hey, and he was so sweet. He hugged me. He was like, seemed so excited to see me, which was so sweet. And so we talked for a few minutes just standing there, and then he's like, oh, who are you for? And I'm like, oh, I'm for so-and-so. Like I know she sits on, and she's with the seniors. I was like, well, I don't really know where I'm supposed to sit. Or like, which was kind of lie. Like I know where her group sits, but that area was all taken up by a bunch of high school boys across the whole back top, which is where I'm supposed to sit. I'm not gonna go sit in there. So then he was like, oh yeah, he's like, you know, it's pep assembly, so everyone just sits where they want. And so we, you know, whatever. And then I said, well, so good to see you. And I kind of started turning. He's like, oh, you want to sit here with me? And I was like, yes, I do. So I sat with him and we chatted throughout the assembly when they were like doing the games and stuff. So that was really nice. But the assembly itself was good. I was disappointed though, because I thought the cheerleaders and the dancers were going to perform, because in the email it sent out, it was like, oh, if you have them in your class, like please let them leave early to prepare. So I'm like, yes, we're gonna get a cheerleading performance and a dance performance. Nobody performed. Not at a pep assembly. Why not? Even in high school, I loved watching the cheerleaders perform, and I loved watching the dancers, especially the dancers. I just find that stuff to be really entertaining and impressive, and I love it. And so coming back, like subbing here, and when I do go to assemblies and they perform, I'm like, I love it. Like they're so good. I grew up and I danced for like quite a few years. I didn't continue it like a lot of the kids in this area do. Like I did dance with like the like main studio that people would dance with, but then I didn't stick with it. But I loved dancing up until I didn't, right? And I still love dancing to this day, like now again. But I love watching dance. I love watching gymnastics. I love watching cheerleading. Not that they're doing gymnastics, but like that realm of things, figure skating. It's so entertaining to me. I love it. So I was like, oh my gosh, yes, 2 performances, no performances, not a single performance. All that to say, I did get to read a lot today, and I read more Wednesday after I last updated you, and I read a good amount yesterday. I should have updated you yesterday, but I don't know, yesterday was just kind of a busy day for me. Yesterday was a really good day. Yesterday was a really good day. And I just was like very much cloud 9, having a great time. But I had a lot of energy, and I should have recorded, but instead I just didn't. But anyways, it was a great day yesterday. Did get to do some reading. Not as much as I thought originally, but anyway, so I'm going to tell you, I don't know where I was the last time we talked. I have no idea. Last night, I got to over halfway through the book, which is like, what, 1 something? Because that like, it's like 390. Also, I subbed for a science teacher today that I sub for fairly often, and I'm subbing for her again on Monday. And I just love subbing for her. I love her classes. I love her students. I love subbing at high school. Other than getting my prep taken away, I want to be a high school teacher so badly. I want to teach high school so badly. I think I could do so well. Anyways, okay. My bookmark that a student made for me at my mom's school. I am now on chapter 17. I'm on page 232 out of, it was like 3. Oh, that's acknowledgements. I'm always afraid I'm gonna like read words. 382. So I have like 150 pages left, so I'm gonna try to finish this tonight, because I start animal singing tomorrow, and I don't want to bring it with me if I don't, because it's just overnight, but it's for a dog that I can't leave. So I don't want to bring a book that I'm almost done with and then have to carry it around. No, I'm gonna finish this tonight, literally. I'm gonna go home and read until I go to dinner with my parents. Anyways, so thoughts. I'm obsessed. Like, this book is so good. The connections, I'm not going to consider this a spoiler, I wouldn't say, but if you're worried that I'm not that smart maybe and might be spoiling something, then maybe just skip. I'll tell you when to skip to if you don't want to hear my thoughts. I'm going to try to make them not be anything spoiler related, but like if you just don't want to hear it because you don't know and you don't want to trust me, and I get it, skip to like this time somewhere, okay? And yeah. Anyways, what I love so much about this book are the connections made between the characters from past books that I never even like that didn't even necessarily cross my mind would be in this book. Maybe it should have, but it didn't. And I just love that. So I'm loving like the character references. Also, a character that I guess I didn't realize. Okay, now this sounds like it's gonna maybe be a spoiler, so don't. Okay, now I'm officially saying right now, don't listen, because this might be a spoiler. So skip ahead to the time that I said. I guess I didn't realize the age of a certain character in the original trilogy. So when it was about to like happen and the character was about to appear, in my head I was like, oh my gosh, what if it's so and so? But I was like, I don't know if the ages work out that way. And they're not saying how old this person is in this book, so I don't know. And then it was who I thought it was, and my jaw literally dropped. And it's honestly making me, it's not like making me question Haymitch's like actions or thoughts in the books, like in a bad way, being like questioning him as in like undermining or being like, why didn't you say this, or why didn't you do that, or why did we not see that connection. I'm not like questioning it in the sense of like, oh, he should have done this or he should have done that. More just like, what else am I going to find out that's probably going to lead to me understanding why he didn't? And if I'm not led to that conclusion through the story, then I'm just going to have to assume it's so traumatic that you don't want to, that you wouldn't want to, like, that's kind of not your problem. Not even that's not your problem, but it's just like some of these connections are so like, and it's making me think back on the books, and I'm like, I guess if you didn't know that you were looking for it, maybe it wouldn't seem that way. But now that I'm looking for it, I'm questioning if it was sent across that way or not, and I'm not sure. So I don't know. Maybe I should have reread the other series first, but I'm not a rereader, so that would have taken 10 years. Anyways, but that's my update. I'm loving this so much. I cannot wait to finish it. And I literally am just like, it's so good. Like recently I've been struggling to just read. I want to pick this up immediately. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to read afterwards because I'm just going to be thinking about this, and either it's going to really inspire me to keep it going or I'm never going to read again. I'm going to get ready to head out and go home and read until I meet my parents for dinner. So oh, and my camera's about to die because I didn't charge it since Wednesday. So I'll update you guys the next time I have something to say, I guess. Just like Suzanne Collins. Good morning. It is... Hi, Major. It is Saturday, and we're going to finish this right now. I don't know why he's doing that. I think I might have a little bit over 100 pages left, but basically I have plans this afternoon. I have some friends coming over to hang out. Not until 3 o'clock though. And I need to like straighten my hair and like do makeup and like get ready and stuff. But it's not even 11 a.m. yet. So I think we're going to sit down and read this until I finish it. And then worry about getting ready. And Major's going to snuggle up with me on the couch. Got my Red Bull here. Pineapple, green apple, pomegranate. Thanks to Karina, she made it. And yeah, so let's get back into the reading. Or the reaping, if you will. Bad joke, bad joke. Sorry for not, I don't know when the last time I updated you was. Yesterday, I think, when I was reading. Or I was about to start reading, and then I had some friends come over, and we ended up talking from like 3 to like 10 p.m. So I didn't read during that time, and then I got into bed and read a couple chapters, and then went out with like a light. And then I read a couple chapters this morning while I was still animal sitting, but they got home, so I'm back home. And I want to finish this right now. I think I'm going to go over to my parents' house in a little bit because my dad's going to switch over he's going to switch out take my set tires off and put my regular tires back on because they have to be off by April 1st, and it's almost April 1st. So he's going to do that. I think he's still going to do that today. I asked him, so we'll see what he says, but I'm very close to being done, and as much as I don't want it to end, I want to finish it. I need to know what happens. So I think I'm gonna record me reading the end and, yeah, like kind of time lapse it, but then also if there's anything, I'm just like nervous for how this is gonna end. Basically because I know what can't happen, so, but I don't know exactly what will happen, but I need to know, and I just feel like it's gonna break me. Like, part of this is just breaking me. This book is breaking me down. Like, it's just like crazy to like, this is just such a good prequel. It's literally so good. Like, it's just like every little detail that I could want to know about is in here. And that's wonderful, but you know how painful that is also? It's painful. It's so painful. But like, it's so good, but so painful. And it's just like I'm getting angry, but I'm also like wanting to cry. But then I'm also just like, I don't even know how to explain it without saying too much, basically. So yeah, I'm on page 348, and there are 382 pages. So I'm really close to being done, basically. So I'm gonna keep reading, and I guess you guys can watch my reaction to whatever might be coming, because I am terrified. I'm scared. No. Maybe if I close it now, it can't happen. If I close the book and I stop reading, it won't happen. Right? 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 I can just end it here and it won't happen. If I don't read it, it didn't happen. If I don't see it, it didn't happen. Right? Someone tell me I'm right. I can't. I literally can't. I can't turn it's at the bottom of the page. I cannot turn the page. I don't even have words, actually. I don't even have words, actually. What the heck? Why was that so good, but literally, why did that ruin my life? Like, why was that? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. I think I need to process it, and maybe we can talk more later. 5 stars. Duh. But also, how dare you? How dare you do this? How dare you do this? No, because we will talk more later. Oh my god, we will talk more about this later. I am going to kind of end out my video but I decided it would just be easier to kind of mash these two videos together because it was already a reading vlog, and I've just been struggling to like post recently, so I want to make sure that neither of them like slip through the cracks. So I'm gonna combine my reading vlog that I've been filming, that you've been watching, along with my March wrap up and April TBR, and I'm just gonna try to not talk too long so that this video isn't the longest video you've ever seen in your whole life. Okay, we're gonna start with the books that I read in March. In March, I read a whopping 4 books, but they were all pretty good. Mostly. Starting off March, I read the book for my book club, which was this was February's book, but I didn't start it or finish it until March. So yeah, but we met for this book in March, and it is How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwong. I rated this 3 stars, 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't like it a lot. I didn't love it. I thought that the reason that these people were connected was probably a reason to not be connected. Basically, I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's just like the reason that they knew each other, I feel like was enough reason for them to know that maybe they weren't meant to be. It just felt weird. And then the way that some of the like spicy times were described, written, cringed me out so hardcore and grossed me out. And I was like, who's choosing to write it like this? Why are we doing that? So, didn't love this. Didn't love it. Honestly, I thought it could have been, I just feel like it could have been, I think the potential was good. I liked the setting. I liked that they were like working on a show and that she was an author and it was her book. I thought that was really cool. And I think that's a great like setting for a love story, and like the jobs that they had, I think that's really cute. But I just couldn't get over the way that they were connected and also all of the wording. And it was written 3rd person, and I don't think that was very good. I think that definitely was part of its downfall. So yeah, not my fave, but it is what it is. The next book I read in March was The Lying Game by Ruth Ware, and I listened to this strictly as an audiobook, but I'm keeping this book because I loved it. I rated it 5 stars and I highly recommend. And I have another book by Ruth Ware on my shelf, and I'm even more excited to read it now because of how good this was. So basically it followed these 4 girls who had kind of grown up together and gone to this school together, and there was something that we didn't know, something that had to do with the lying game, and it was basically it was really bad, right? And we didn't know exactly what happened. And I probably should have turned off my ice maker before I started this. We didn't know, they didn't know what had truly happened. So just following them and like finding out what actually happened, it was just really good. And it was just like, I don't know, different vibe, the way that they were friends. Like they had gone off to this like kind of boarding school thing together, and I don't read about that all the time. And that's not as common over in the United States of like people going to boarding school. So yeah, but it was really good. And it was just like, it was a thriller, and I love thrillers, so that automatically always makes my rating probably a little bit higher because I just like love them so much. But no, it was really good, and I was surprised at the end. Like I never see the endings coming, and this one was no different. But it was really good, but it was also just like a beautiful story of like how you like grow up with people and then maybe you kind of grow apart but you come back together. And even though it was like kind of bad reasonings for them to come back together, just like knowing that they were like girls together and that they still were there for each other throughout all that time, like that part was really nice. But there was just like bad things happening, and we found out what happened. So anyways, but I rated that 5 stars, and yeah, I'm excited to read more from Ruth Ware. The 3rd book I read in March is Beach Read by Emily Henry. This book, oh, also, back it up. Let me update you on where I'm at with the buzzword readathon. January's prompt for the title was Truth and Lies. So I completed that by reading The Lying Game. Okay. February was Water Words, and I did that with Beach Read, which we're going to talk about in a second. And then for the cover prompt, February, I did the Skyline already. March prompt was books, and there are books on the cover of this. So that's caught up. So the only things that I have left are January's cover prompt, which is pattern, which I have a book for that and I just still haven't finished it. And then April, which we will come to later. And then for the title, I am caught up through January and February. March, I have a book also for that one, and I'll talk about that in a second. And then same with April, I have a book. So that's kind of my update on where I'm at with the Buzzword Readathon challenge. So I'm not fully caught up, but I'm getting there. I had a feeling that I would really enjoy it because I really liked Emily Henry's writing in People We Meet on Vacation. I rated this 5 stars as well. I thought this was such a cute story. Like they're both writers, and but it was kind of, I wouldn't call it a second chance romance per se, because I'm not sure how much of a chance they had the first time, but like they know each other, and they already know each other when they meet again, and that backstory plays a big part. Maybe you could call it second chance romance. I just find it hard to call it that when, like, I'm not sure how much of a chance there was the first time, but maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the whole point of a second chance romance. I don't know. But I thought this was really cute. And it was just, like, interesting to kind of see the characters' minds. I feel like the characters were very well written, and they had a lot of depth to them. And they just, like, it just, like, dealt with real stuff, I guess. Like, these characters had real issues going on that created, like, who they are. And it was like you could relate to them. It wasn't super unrealistic. And like you could probably see yourself in these characters. And it was a cute story. And yeah, I loved it. So I gave that 5 stars. And I bought Book Lovers the other day because Target had a sale, buy 2 get 1 free. So I'm excited to read another Emily Henry book. I have a lot of other things on my TBR that need to go first, but yeah, this one was really good. So I'm excited to continue reading in the Emily Henry universe. The 4th and final book that I read in March, which today's March 31st, so there's always a chance. No, I'm just kidding. The 4th and final book that I read in March was my most anticipated read of 2025. And you saw me already. I don't know, I'm acting like you don't know. If you've been watching this vlog, you would already know. The one and only Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I could talk about this book probably for the rest of my life. I rated it 5 stars, duh. And I don't even want to talk too much about it just because it's so new and like I really don't want to give anything away. But I'll just say that a lot of connections are built between characters we already know. And just like a lot of backstory, I guess, is given, lore, if you will. And I've seen a lot of people on TikTok saying that they didn't necessarily love that. And I couldn't disagree more. Like every time I saw something that, like a name that I recognized, my jaw dropped. And I was beyond excited to like learn more about them and see how everyone was connected. So I loved it. I thought it perfectly like came full circle just with everything. Like, but at the same time, like, it left me sick to my stomach, and I'm so pissed off because, like, what is wrong with Snow? I mean, I know what's wrong with him. We know. But just, like, it's so sick. Like, it's literally so sick and twisted. But at the same time, it's, like, so beautiful. And, like, not beautiful, like, what's happening, but, like, the way it's written so well. And it just really makes me so excited for the movie. And that's coming from someone who doesn't love movies, but I wish this was out right now because I will watch it a million times, and it makes me want to go back and watch all of the Hunger Games movies again because I just want to be back in that world, as messed up as it is, and as sick and twisted as this story was. It was so good, and I just like, I cannot believe it. I can't believe I'm done with it. Like now I'm like, oh my gosh, what can I do? Like I can't move forward now, but I have to. And yeah, but if you haven't read this, or if you haven't read any of the Hunger Games series, if you're late to the party like me, I didn't read the Hunger Games books for the first time until literally December of 2023. Not in like middle school when everybody else read them. It's never too late. Please jump on the bandwagon because it's the best series ever, honestly. And that's coming from me as an adult. I love them. Like, I feel like I read books as a kid and I'm like, oh, that was really good. But would I think it was good now? I don't know. But I read this as an adult. I can't speak for it as a child, but Like, and I made my parents listen to me like talk about it yesterday and go through the whole world. Props to them for letting me do that. They were even asking questions. I was like, oh my God, you guys are making me feel so good. It's just like, I don't want to ever stop talking about it. And I need people to talk about with it that have read it. So if you've read it, we need to talk. Hit me up, we need to chat. So that was my fourth and final book that I read in March. And I think there was no better way to end March than with this beauty, this beauty. That brings us to our April TBR. I have high hopes, I feel. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. We'll just start. First things first. This is the March book for book club. Obviously, March is basically over, so it will be another month of me reading the book in the month that we actually meet. But we're having to change our date, and we haven't found a date that works yet. So I don't even know when we're gonna meet to read this, so I really do need to read it soon, because like I don't know when we're gonna read it or when we're gonna meet about it, and I don't wanna not have it done. But it's a 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. I don't know a lot about this book, but I'm pretty sure it's a love story, and it has like, it's like a romance with a touch of magic realism. And I think something to do with like, oh yeah, the person like exists in the past and she lives 7 years in his future. So they're not living like at the same time, but they are, you know? So it sounds really interesting. I'm excited to start it. And I need to. I don't know how long it is. 326, so it's not super long, but I do need to start it sooner rather than later. So that's number 1 on my TBR. Number 2, I don't know what it is yet because we haven't met and discussed our next book, but whatever the book is for April, hopefully I'll read it in April this time. Whenever we decide what it is, so that will be my second book on my TBR, but it is unknown. Whatever April book club book is, that will end up on the TBR as well. Backing up a bit, 99% Mine is still on my TBR. I have yet to finish it. I need to like start over again probably, and I just need to really be in the mindset. But this book I selected for the little star pattern on it, and that meets the January prompt for the cover challenge. So once I finish this, I'll be caught up on the prompts. So 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. I know I'm probably gonna love it because I loved The Hating Game by Sally Thorne, and I was reading this on my Kindle. So I just need to get back into it. I just need to jump in and keep reading. So that's next on my TBR, but you've seen her for too long now. So next on my TBR is The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros, and this is also for a prompt. And I have the audiobook on Libby for this, and I've renewed my loan twice, I think, or maybe just once, but I need to start listening to it. An audiobook, that's so easy to listen to when I do things, so I just need to start listening to it, but I just keep putting it off. I've just been putting reading off, basically. This will meet the Buzzword Readathon Challenge for March, which has the word thing, so thing needs to be in the title, so The Things We Leave Unfinished. So once I read this, I'll be caught up for that basically until April. So yeah, this has also been on my TBR for like once or twice, so you probably recognize her as well. This one's kind of crazy. This is kind of random, but I own it, I have it, and I want to reread it and then decide what I'm going to do with it. But I'm going to read, again, I read it in high school, but I'm going to read Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, because I own it, and it's just sitting on my shelf, and I feel like I need to read it before I do something with it. And yeah, I've already read this. I know what happens, but I did read it in high school, and I probably didn't want to, so maybe I'll get something out of it this time. But I am using it to knock out 2 of the Buzzword Readathon prompts for the title and the cover. So the March title is animals, so there needs to be an animal in the title. Mice are animals. Now, I didn't know until I looked closely at the cover. I was gonna pick another book, but thankfully I looked, because for the cover title, it's animal also. So there needs to be an animal in the title. Well, look at that rabbit, which is really sad if you know what happens in the book, but there's a rabbit on the cover. So this is a twofer. Short and sweet, and I can say that I read it and we can move on. So The Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. I mean, like, how long is this book? Can I read it tonight? Can I go read it right now? It's literally 107 pages. Last but not least, I'm only including this because it's been on my TBR, so I might as well keep it. But I feel like these other books might keep me busy and I might not get to it. But since it's been on my TBR, it feels kind of wrong to take it off and be like, oh, never mind. So I'm gonna keep it on, and Ellie really wants me to read it, so I'm gonna try. But we have Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Everyone knows what this is. So yeah, we'll see if I get to that this month. So yeah, that's my March wrap up and my April TBR and my book vlog. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I hope it's entertaining. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love for you to stick around, and I'm gonna try to be posting more consistently again, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, thanks for coming along and reading with me and letting me yap about books, and let me know what you read this month or what you're gonna read in April. Let me know if you read Sunrise on the Reaping and tell me your thoughts. But yeah, I think that's everything. So yeah, until next month, we'll talk about more books. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.